Greetings, everyone. How are we all feeling out there? This is a particularly special rune reading for the eclipse, the new moon eclipse in Libra. Libra is the sign of balance, the sign of partnerships, and this amplifies the need of fairness, justice, and equilibrium in our interactions. Now, as the moon obscures the sun, we are encouraged to look inward, as usual, right? We're always encouraged to look inward and to embrace the darkness as the essential aspect of the process for renewal, right? So we're looking at, I got these all messed up here. We're looking at embracing the darkness as a necessary part of the process for renewal. Okay. So coming from this energetic past position here right away for this divinely guided rune reading here in this, okay. So for the energetic past here, we right off the bat in this position is the U branch. The U branch. Just flag it and start it over. Right away in the recent past energies, this is the U branch. This is YEW, the U branch. So this is that type of wood. So this isn't the actual name of the rune, though this is Iwas. So Iwas is that stability and the flexibility and like moving. What I like to picture a tree moving with the wind, how it goes in the breeze, and it's still very planted, firm, stills. It's got a really good root structure, foundation, right? And we're called to flex like this ash tree. So this ash tree, this yew tree, is what they used to make bows out of. It used to have to be able to make these successful killing shots all the time so they could put, food on their table. So this is you coming from that energetic past of a lot of weathering the storm, a lot of flexing along with trying to go along with these energetic waves as they change here, but we're looking right square dead in the eyes of, okay, we just came from this past here of this lunar eclipse, and then we had also the equinox, Venus and Scorpio, first day of Libra season as well, all on the same day. And now we're looking at the energetic now position for guidance for this new moon eclipse, this Libra eclipse. This is Sawilo, this the sun rune. So the sun is the good luck, good fortune. It's natural success, natural abundance, almost like the Midas touch. So right now you're really coming from that place of whatever you were doing is definitely divinely guided, because everything that the sun's light touches is blessed, right? So with that security, safety, warmth, life, energy, right? All of this stuff, you're embodying this sort of energy right now and amplifying this very beautiful energy, because you are leading by example. When you're in your stability and you're moving it and you transmuted this into Sawilo, see how they look pretty similar there. You transmuted your Iwas into Sawilo, and that's beautiful. Now, this is that good fortune, like I said before, but this is also really just that sense of stability. Right now, you're just really in your own power right now, and you're really feeling that. And so coming into your near future energies here with this eclipse, we're looking for that clarity. And this is kind of, this is, I believe, the same as the last couple rune readings. Dagas has been showing up here as this rune of clarity, all over these rune readings here recently. So find out how Dagas resonates for you in your life, right? And try to apply it there. I'm being intuitively called to tell you that this is the ending of your metamorphosis. You are going to look back, look back a year ago, even a year ago from now. Things look a lot different, don't they? Than they did a year ago. So now you are closing off and you're adapting this new persona, this new, this butterfly. This is you coming out of that cocoon, that aha moment, that clarity, the illumination, fire energy, going from flexible, and you kind of like spring-loaded yourself and catapulted into your development here. That's beautiful stuff, because right now in the very near action taken for the best outcome position. So this is past, present, future energies. This is action taken for the best outcome. So Wunjo is that clan flag. See how that triangle makes that clan flag there. There's also the letter P for pleasure, for plenty. And really, this is really calling you to celebrate and be in that victory sort of mindset, that cooperation sort of mindset. As you have grown and developed, so too has your sense of your clan. Maybe you are called to get into your joy and your pleasure and thanking yourself for being there for yourself and being flexible and really developing, really shedding light onto this and moving forward, enjoying gratitude and pleasure. Like, oh my goodness, whatever this was that I just went through, I feel like I just came out of a really close call, or maybe a big test. Maybe I feel like we've all been tested, and this eclipse is very indicative of going within, and also that metamorphosis type of energy, a lot of hidden energies, a lot of subtle energies too. So definitely find out, what do you wish to celebrate the most? Okay. When you're looking at what you wish to celebrate the most and you just align yourself with that instead of worrying about the necessary steps to get there, then it all falls into place. Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions right now are in this rune of what I call faith. This is the elk rune. So this is Algis. This is that elk with that hoof planted in the tundra, and it lets out the bugle into the morning air. Now, elks do have predators, but when it's letting its bugle out into the morning air, it's making that declaration, right? And it's saying, I know who I am. You know who you are. You're getting to celebrate that. You're sticking your clan flag in the top of the hill, and you're moving forward with faith. You're making your declaration of, I am me. I am moving forward in divinely guided steps in my faith. This is also those antlers of the elk. So this is that connection to divine. So when we're also in our connection with divine, we're divinely in our defense and we're divinely protected. So this again is why I kind of derive faith from Algis there, because this is calling us to move forward in our divinely guided faith, right? With our beautiful, beautiful energies here. Look at these dagas and Algis are right across from each other. So this is really the new you moving forward in divinely protected and faithfully guided steps. Now you know what this is for you, and you know your next steps to take. For some of you, this might be a little more difficult and a lot easier said than done. So what do we risk losing when we're in this energy here coming up? This eclipse energy is, what do we risk losing is in Fei Hu. Fei Hu is the money, wealth, cattle, abundance, how we relate to abundance, what our structure in abundance looks like, what our responsibilities are. So this is right across from Solilo. So Fei Hu and Solilo are across from each other. This, remember I said this is the Midas touch, how you feel you can do no wrong. When you are in that ego energy for far too long, you get to lose that abundance, okay? Because then you've adapted an unhealthy mindset. You're not practicing your gratitude. You're not probably sharing or okay, or being maybe asked for super selfish, okay? But check this out, because when the sun's light blesses and helps you emerge and celebrate all of this abundance, now what you risk losing here, if you're not in your divinely guided faith or not in a healthy ego stance, yes, you will lose your aspects of abundance. Your healthy ties to, how do I relate to abundance? What does abundance mean to me? If you are responding to any of these aspects from that mindset that is not love, then you need to know where to suss that out, to go in and work on where that problem lies within you. And really, it's not anyone else's problem but yourself, but to just go within and make this your discipline work moving forward. So this, in the action, or not the action taken for the best outcome, my apologies, this is what we have to look forward to. What is the most likely outcome, or what's the best possible outcome? So this is the God Tears rune. This is the rune of judgment, of that discipline, of that self-sacrifice, justice, victory. See, that up arrow is victory. This could also be that discipline work. You come home from work, you're divinely guided, you have your divinely guided steps every day. And yes, it's nice to have this pleasure. It's nice to have this whole giddiness and lightness and willy-nilly, but you need to understand, though, that where energy flows, where attention goes, energy flows. Where attention goes, energy flows. So where's this pleasure going? Yeah. So when we're in our divinely guided sense of justice in our outcome here, what this means for us in this eclipse energy even is a little bit different than what would normally mean. I would be looking more for the hidden aspects and the reading in between the lines of these meanings a little bit further during this eclipse season, because usually it's true what they say, the devil's in the details. So when you're in this eclipse energy, I'm not saying this is a bad eclipse. This is all very beautiful, good metamorphosis type energy, right? Very good pleasure that we get to celebrate our victory here. But right now, this is a little bit of work that we need to do for that introspection and really developing our faith in divinely guided ways, making this part of our action steps in our daily walk, in our clarity as we move forward, leading by example. We're going to pull now some cards of the major arcana that coincide with each one of these runes. That first card for Iwas is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man in tarot appears upside down. Usually they are hung by one foot with a rope or a vine that connects them to a tree. While this would seem like a painful state of being, the Hanged Man does not seem to be in any pain. They understand that their sacrifice gains new knowledge and perceptions. The Hanged Man represents the aspect of sacrifice to gain understanding. In the runic tarot, the Norse god representing glory in all activities shows off his talents by flipping mid-air in what we call an extreme sport activity. So we could feel this sense of suspension when we are in this past of, okay, we're just gaining that new perspective and things like that. But it's really a time to enjoy yourself, to gain that perspective, and to not think of it as a chore. Really, this is an activity in which to celebrate, really, because you're learning. Let's look at the sun. The sun tarot card, of course, is the sun. And in tarot, the sun is pure radiance. All the bright and feel-good emotions that go along with feeling warm appear here. You are victorious, and it is time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. There is abundance all around you, and the blessings of luck are on your side. What a beautiful message here. And for temperance here is Dagas. Yeah, temperance and Dagas, Dagas and temperance. Gotta love Sif. Temperance is a complex card, and it represents the act of moderation and the art of blending two things to create a third item. The sky in this card shows how a balance between the light and dark is struck. The Norse mythology, Sif was wife of Thor. She was known for the harvests and the wealth that came from their bounties. Tending to the land not only provides for life, but it is also a delicate balance between growth and the fallow periods. Sif knew the best times to plant and rotate the crops for the most effective bounties. For Wunjo, we have the Strength card. Beautiful. I love the imagery on this card. Thrud is the North goddess representing strength, the daughter of Thor and Sif, as well as known for her battle skills. She bested the creature Alvis by asking him all sorts of questions. She kept the two of them awake all night. When the day came, Alvis transformed into stone, therefore showing that strength doesn't necessarily mean external power. It is also the fortitude of understanding and learning. So yeah, this is that beautiful building of that information, reinforcing all that success that has brought you to this clarity, and just, reinforcing all of that, just displaying that it's not this physical strength. A lot of it is mental, emotional healing work that we are doing right now. And what better aspect to do that in than in our faith and in our strength. The moon card represents Augis here. So Augis and Othala are represented on this card. The moon is a card of hidden lore and dark secrets. Humanity has always seen fear in the darkness. It casts shadows of doubt, and our minds create monsters from where none exist. Yeah. We always fear what we don't know, right? The moon, especially when it is full, acts as a flashlight. It illuminates the recesses of places just enough to see. However, the light isn't bright enough, especially during an eclipse. In this image, the forces of good and shadow clash together. The light is doing its best to protect the delicate rose, while the shadow side seems to be more assertive and overpowering. So yeah, how appropriate that we have the sun and the moon together for these eclipse readings. That's beautiful stuff, you guys. Let's dive right into Fehu with the Tower card. The Tower teaches us to manage our expectations and to get rid of old patterns, thoughts, and habits that don't satisfy us in the present. It is a power card that can transform you and help you get ready for the next stage of what is to come. It is the most destructive card in the major arcana. Yeah. And when we're not paying attention, when we're in our sense of ego, when we're not divinely guided, when we're not being led by divine, when we're trying to control the outcome, when we're trying to resist that energetic flow, and when we're trying to dictate how the energies work, we're going to have ourselves a little tower moment. We're going to probably lose an aspect of abundance here. And this is where we need to be going within for healing, to introspection. Always be looking and able to change your mind. Always be willing to change your mind. Always be willing to be wrong. Always be willing to learn, right? Because those are the things that help us grow. All right, so next we have that card of Justice. Beautiful. Justice is the card of doing the right thing. Every culture has its concept of fairness, ethics, and what is right. Not everyone can get the upper hand in a dispute. Justice blends the ability to maintain your code of ethics while the rest of the world descends into chaos. When the card comes up in readings, it's time to think about what personal and society regard as accurate. Do the two align nicely, or are adjustments needed? Tyr represents the best of justice out of all the gods on this card. So, yes, moving forward, we have a lot of inner work to do. The eclipse season always illuminates those shadow aspects of self, where it's a little bit more of that inner work, like, oh, hey, I thought I addressed this, or, oh crap, I have to address this again. In any respect, we should be probably looking at it like, okay, thank you for that illumination. I need to fix this, so please help me to fix this, and, showing that gratitude and getting in there. So when we're going into the aftercare of today's rune reading, I want us all to think that this is going to be a yes. The answer for today is yes, or no question for today's Divinely Guided Rune reading is yes. And I want you to say yes to yourself. I want you out there to say yes to healing yourself out there. Okay? During this eclipse, say yes to yourself. Say yes to your discipline work. Say yes to success. But do so in a humble way. You have a lot of success ahead of you. Sacral chakra healing work is in the cards for us. So when I say sacral chakra healing work, this is like a lot of divination work, a lot of also detoxification work. So the sacral chakra is 417 hertz solfeggio frequency, and the mudra is a two-hander. We're making the binoculars with the bunny ears, just like so. And I will show this again here. We're starting off in the prayer position, and we have the thumbs tucked into these two fingers, and then we have the ring fingers and the pinky fingers doing their thing, and we just chill this in our lap, and we're doing the mantra of VAM, V-A-M, the color orange, and that's the chakra that is our second chakra, and it's located just below the navel, and it relates to sexuality, creativity, intimacy, and pleasure. If you feel sexual repression, lack of creativity, intimacy issues, or you're someone who emotionally isolates yourself, then you would be someone who needs to work on your sacral chakra. Yeah, definitely. Detox, work on that sacral chakra, do some inner healing work. You got this. I believe in you. If you'd like a one-on-one rune reading from me personally, I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Please contact me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com. Or if you'd like any of the runes that you see on the set, or any of the jewelry that you see on the set, you can also find that at youressentialpractice.com. 417 hertz again for that solfeggio frequency. And again, that mantra is VAM, V-A-M. 417 hertz solfeggio frequency. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.